What is your superpowers again? I'm rich. A Western tourist who paid to take a photo with samurai armor on, probably the first documented weeb in history. What a fool you are. I have seen in some Viking martial arts that their shields were soft enough to be penetrated so the enemy's swords would get stuck. Roman Empire was the greatest empire ever, then why is the meme in English, with Latin alphabet and 70% of French vocabulary? How close was Rome to an industrial revolution? Documentary. Mom, how's the job search going? There are two kinds of saints. Saint Patrick converts pagans through mostly peaceful methods. Saint Olga burns down a city full of pagans. Twice. Those effers hit me twice. Who would do something so horrible twice? American woman tears down Greek flags mistaking them for Israeli. Westerners angry about what's happening and in the Levant accidentally attacked the Greeks. 1204. I'm finally back home after 10 years in Troy. My wife has many sweeters and if they know I'm alive they will surely chill me. I must disguise myself as a beggar, nobody will recognize me. Bark. I love stories of pagan converts to Christianity during the Dark Ages because most often these warrior kings and chieftains would listen to the story of Christ's crucifixion and without missing a beat they would be like, if I was there with my boys we would have saved him. He's a little confused but he's got the spirit. Clovis was a very earnest and fervent convert. One day the Bishop of Reims, while instructing him in the doctrines of Christianity, described the death of Christ. As the bishop proceeded, Clovis became much excited and at last jumped up from his seat and exclaimed, "Had I been there with my brave Franks I would have avenged his wrongs." John 31. Oh girl, are you Belgian? Because I want to violate your neutrality. I hope this man found someone who can match his energy. Who wants to invade the East for living space? Who wants to live there? Roman horse. Medieval horse. The Huns who conquered and sacked many cities wanted to attack Rome. After their leader Attila met Pope Leo the Great they retreated instead. Enough of this nonsense, go home. Alright. Inside neutral Switzerland there are two wolves. Labor camps for allied pilots. Warm bath and a full meal for non-pilots. Not having an ocean between you and your conquered territories so you don't get accused of colonialism and they just become part of your contiguous nation so you don't have to give them up. How the Allies saw the Italian people. How Mussolini saw the Italian people. The economy is doing poorly. Panic. President Hoover imposes tariffs to protect domestic producers. Calm. Other nations retaliate with tariffs of their own and the economy goes to shit completely. Hello yearly tribute. Yearly tribute machine broke. Unacceptable, prepare for war. What if Friedrich Engels had WhatsApp? Karl Marx. I need money. Cavemen. I wish there was a good source of meat and other goods that will eat our junk and get rid of pests around us. These guys. Say no more. Our navy lacks, how do we fix it? Stop sailing into storms. Hire Greeks. Turn naval battles into land battles. Employee of the month. I'm afraid the Nazis will invade you so I have to invade you first. The Swedish Navy waiting for their 300,000 oak trees to be used for ship production. Switzerland, what do you have here? 2,000 partisans armed to the teeth. Just friends. The French explorer Jean Nicolet, thinking he had landed in China, so the textbook says, put on a bright Chinese robe and began firing pistols in the air to establish his authority. Yeah, of course I can paint your ceiling. Michelangelo scoffed to himself, gonna paint a bunch of dudes with 80 outs on it though. Medieval period peasants didn't have rotten teeth because they didn't consume sugar like we do nowadays. Hollywood. Medieval period peasants had rotten teeth because they are poor and didn't brush their teeth. 900-year-old jars found in Jerusalem turn out to be hand grenades used during the Crusades. Bring forth the holy hand grenade. Of all history's greatest monsters, you are by far the most evil thing I have encountered. Angry snow noises. Killing wolves became a national policy under the Meiji Restoration, and within one generation the Japanese wolf was extinct. I miss the idea of it, but not the truth or weakness. My parents at 25. This looks like a fine place to raise our children. Me at 25. I will never financially recover from this purchase. Naval combat now. Enemy missiles are just 340 miles away. Deploy countermeasures right effing now and proceed with the Sugna protocol. May God have mercy on us. Versus naval combat then. See that shape on the horizon? It's them. Fire everything. English royalty. What should we name the future king? Henry, Richard, James, William, George or Edward? French royalty. What should we name the future king? Louis. It's called a horsey. No, it's a knight. It's called a horsey. Campaign 98. Which message will resonate with voters? I want to legalize tuition. Jesse wants to legalize tuition. Jesse wants to legalize tuition. Attractive ancient Greek girl turns 14. Zeus. You're a Soviet saboteur planting explosives. A Finnish song starts to play over your radio. England could have been Xland. What? The Anglo-Saxons named it Angland after the Angles, which became England over time. But if they named their country Saxland after the Saxons, it is possible that the name would have become Xland over time. Salim, what are you talking about? According to Arab history. According to Bashki, Tatar, Caucasian, Central Asian, Siberian, Eastern Europe history. Italy, you start with much more troops than Greece. Surely this offensive will be successful, right? Italy, no. Europeans, colonizers during Victorian era. No, we aren't colonizing them, just civilizing these holistic natives. When did we? Also European colonizers during Victorian era. Damn, I wonder what ancient Egyptian mummies taste like. Siege of Vienna 1529. US in US history books. Russia in Russian history books. Canada in Canadian history books. I can't believe it. I was on TV. You decide to go to war with Tamar of Georgia. You threaten to marry her if she converts to Islam, otherwise she will become your concubine. She defeats you. She defeats you. People in other countries seeing their pilots return from World War II. Japan. 19th century proposals for a Jewish homeland be like. France and Britain in the past. I will rule the world. No, I will rule the world. France and Britain now. This is my fish. America decides whose fish it is. You absolute buffoon. What idiot would throw away a spear like that? Why is this she so heavy? People. Feathered dinosaurs just wouldn't be scary. Also people. Historians reveal aqueducts were only small portion of ancient Rome's intricate water park system. Gregory 9. No, you can't negotiate with the heathens. Fight for the Lord. Frederick 2. LMAO 10 years access to Jerusalem without a single drop of blood. Those Muslims are chill as F. World War 1. Ottoman Empire, Russian Empire, German Empire, Austria-Hungary, French and British Empire. You guys always act like you're better than me. 1900s Argentina. Will you marry me? Absolutely not. Thank you. Everyone. Arguing over the best crusader order. Me. Pagan Lithuanian forest knights. Alexander the Great. Alexander the OK. Alexander the Meh. Just Alex. To justify their actions, French leaders of the crusade claimed that they were taking their revenge against the Greeks for the fall of their ancient Trojan homeland. This is for Troy. What did we ever do to you? I'll have a thriving ancient civilization, conquered by nomads from the north. How original. The nomads is not Turks. Daring today, aren't we? Actors playing historical figures. Historical figures. Shout out to this hustler who tried to sell merch at the crucifixion. Wealth, democracy, progress, civil rights, Soviet Union, Eastern Europe. Emperor John V. That's got to be the best pirate I have ever seen. Francis Agatalusi sailing off with the emperor's sister after capturing Constantinople for him. Persian Empire. We have 200,000 troops and 10,000 immortals. 5,200 Greeks and 300 Spartans at Thermopylae. Bully. A challenge. I love competition. When you plunge the country into religious and political turmoil to marry a woman but then notice her hot friend. Tito. Lies. The Balkans. India. The first country to face white people. Percentage of Nazi votes July 31, 1932. Percentage of Catholics in Germany 1934 census. I bet he's thinking about other women. What if the atomic bomb had not been used in World War II? Japanese people when they see a second sun. Aztec gods when they see a second sun. The British when the US Supreme Court announces that secession is illegal. When you Brazilian children's author write a book so that even United States at the peak of segregation says it's just too much and refuses to publish it. Average modern warfare fan. Average 15th century face shanking cluster joyer. You can't have a beach episode in ancient Rome. Waffen SS Aryan enlistment guideline. Aryan before 1943. Aryan after 1943. 1719 Japan. Korean diplomat Shin Yu-han, Japanese scholar Amina Mori Hoshu. Wow, she is pretty. This is a boy. What the F? Have you never played with a boy? You are behind the trend. Report. April 1719. Japanese people are crazy. They like more than women. But honestly look horn. Imagine being in a COD lobby with some of history's greatest she-talkers. Which side are you on? Napoleon was good. Napoleon was bad. Everyone arguing if Maginot Line worked or not. Czechoslovakia. Nobody will know if your fortification worked if you never use it. The Western and Eastern Roman Empire lied fighting alongside each other. I didn't get what my allies promised me. I got blamed for the war, a huge debt, and Poland cut me in two. I lost 2/3 of my country. First Balkan War, 1912. Second Balkan War, 1913. World War I, 1914. World War II. World War II. If Britain and France would have done something about before he was prepared. You're beautiful. What? Come with me to invade Gaul. What the F? Healers. Sisyphus. Pushing that rock. I need you to move your regiment. I need orders from General Sun. General Sun is under my command. Yes. So if he was here, he would follow my orders. That makes sense to me. Then move your regiment. I need orders from General Sun. You're my favorite conqueror. Naming every city after yourself isn't weird. And you're so humble. Eunuch to the Roman Emperor Honorius, my lord, the Rome has fallen. Honorius, but I just fed it early this morning, how did it lie? Eunuch, I mean the eternal city, my lord, not the chicken. Honorius, oh okay, eunuch. Men cause all of the world's wars. Year 1440, Johannes Gutenberg has just invented the printing press. What does it say? The first message, you are out of magenta. Persians, our arrows will block out the sun. Spartans. Me wishing that another person became the second non-consecutive president in US history. Me and the bad bee pulled by being autistic. German communist deserters trying to warn Stalin about Operation Barbarossa. Sentencing them all to death because he thinks they're all spies. Europe during 1938. Humwacha got there, an entirely new and better army. A smoothie. How most Hawaiians treat foreigners now. Hawaiians with the first foreigner they ever met. The Weimar Republic tried to not go bankrupted. France demanding Germany to pay its war reparations. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture. Steiner will perform a massive counterattack that will destroy the Soviets. Steiner. Healthcare officials. Mary, please stop cooking for others. They're calling you Typhoid Mary for a reason. Haha, catch me if you can. About to go fight, I'll post the video after. I got my A impaled, bro, I'm not posting that shit. Appropriate. Roman Empire. I hybridize with cultures I conquered and adopted, few customs or holidays. Or you're sweet. Inappropriate. Roman Catholic Church. I hybridize with cultures I conquered and adopted, few customs or holidays. Hello human resources. Go on, get out. Last words are for fools who haven't said enough. Brother, I heard you acquired a mighty steed. Indeed. May I see this beautiful animal? Of course. It's currently awaiting at my homestead. So where is this mighty steed? Nay. Britishers when they have to leave India because an old man refused to eat. When you think you are important but you actually aren't. Out of 450,000 registered voters in Sagan, you received 600,000 votes. Samurai in anime. I will not dishonor myself by using firearms. Samurai in real life. It's my old pal Ulysses from the Mexican War. Surely he will provide reasonable terms for our defeat. No terms except an immediate and unconditional surrender. Precision bombing now. Which door of the moving vehicle do you want to hit with the hellfire? Precision bombing then. We are over the effing city, boys, bombs away. First World War literature be like, all quiet on the Western Front, war is hell, storm of steel, war is hell. Tell me the truth, I'm ready to hear it, the manhole cover probably burned up in atmosphere. Yeah, we Germans have the best tanks, no it's us the Russians, and anyway you didn't even manage to invade us, whatever, it's us Americans, Italian tanks, weak shielding, limited armaments, mechanically unreliable, poor strategy and organization. Africa was nice, we had tanks that worked. The only way to deal with an unfree world is to become so absolutely free that your very existence is an act of rebellion, even for Algerians, right? Even for Algerians, right? Later Mussolini would recall that Hitler had told him he was mystically and scientifically convinced of being possessed, not by a demon but by a spirit from Aryan mythological prehistory, which caused Mussolini to feel completely disorientated. When the Japanese come to the conclusion that Jews are smart and cool after reading the Elders of Zion. Are you crying, my No. So yeah, we just used some old bricks lying around in the Indus Valley to build the 160 kilometers long railway line. What happened? Archaeological Survey of India. You what? You're in the USS Lexington when it gets hit by a Japanese torpedo and are ordered to abandon ship, but remember all the ice cream stored in the freezer. Napoleon's troops in Egypt after realizing that Egypt has no alcohol. Napoleon's troops in Egypt after learning about hashish. An ignorant old man asks you what a virtue is. He suddenly starts asking more questions. It's obvious that the French only want war. Look how close France is to my possessions. Germany, the Norwegian government royal family and gold reserve. An outdated and undermanned coastal fort with Austro-Hungarian torpedoes fired by a retiree. Harper's Ferry, John Brown pulling up with legendary weapons. France-Germany relationship after World War I. Vikings converting to Christianity after plundering countless monasteries. Mongols converting to Islam after ending the Islamic Golden Age. I bow my head to the heaven within heaven, hairline rays illuminating the universe. The eight winds cannot move me, sitting still upon the purple golden lotus. Fart. The eight winds cannot move me. One fart blows me across the river. Catholic, you split from me. Orthodox, no, you split from me. Southern Baptist Church of Arkansas.
Spare change. Spare change, ma'am.